The Kim family lives in a basement flat in Seoul, have low-income jobs, and has money struggles. Min Hyuk, a university student, gives the family a scholar's rock meant to promise wealth. Leaving to study abroad, he suggests that Kim's son, Ki-woo, pose as a university student to take over his job as an English language tutor for Dae, the daughter of the wealthy Park family. After his sister Ki-young helps create a false certificate for him in Photoshop, Ki-woo, posing as a Yonsei University student, is hired by the Park family. The Kim family schemes to get each member a job with the Park family. Kim's daughter, Ki-young, poses as Jessica and using Ki-woo as a reference, becomes an art therapist to the Park's young son, Da-song. Ki-young frames Yoon, Mr. Park's driver, by making it appear he had a sexual encounter in the car, then recommends her father Ki-taek to replace him. The Kims exploit the peach allergy of the Park's longtime housekeeper, Moon Gwang, to convince Mrs. Park that she has tuberculosis. Kim's mother, Chung Suk, is hired to replace her. Ki-woo begins a secret romantic relationship with Dae. When the Parks leave on a camping trip, the Kims revel in the luxuries of the house. Moon Gwang appears at the door, telling Chung Suk she left something in the basement. She enters a hidden entrance to an underground bunker created by the architect and previous homeowner. Moon Gwang's husband, Gun Se, has lived secretly for over 4 years, hiding from loan sharks. Chung Suk refuses Moon Gwang's pleas to help Gun Se remain in the bunker, but the eavesdropping Kims accidentally reveal themselves. Moon Gwang films them on her phone and threatens to expose their ruse to the Park family. The Parks call to tell them they'll be returning early due to a severe rainstorm flooding the camping area, and that they need Chung Suk to make a bowl of ramdon to cheer Da-song up. The Kims scramble to clean up the home and subdue Moon Gwang and Gun Se before the Parks arrive. They trap them in the bunker. Mrs. Park reveals to Chung Suk that Da-song had a seizure-inducing traumatic experience on a previous birthday when he saw a ghost, actually Gun Se, emerging from the basement at night. Ki-young, Ki-taek and Ki-woo hide under a table within earshot of Mr. and Mrs. Park, who made love on the sofa nearby. They overhear Mr. Park's comments about Ki-taek's odor. The Kims escape, find their flat flooded with sewer water following the rainstorm, and shelter in a gymnasium with other displaced people. The next day, Mrs. Park hosts a house party for Da-song's birthday with the Kim family's assistance. Ki-woo enters the bunker with the scholar's rock to find Gun Se. Finding Moon Gwang has died from a concussion she received during the brawl, he is attacked by a deranged Gun Se. He bludgeons his head with the scholar's rock and escapes, leaving Ki-woo in a pool of blood at the entrance to the basement. Seeking to avenge Moon Gwang, Gun Se stabs Ki-young with a kitchen knife in front of the horrified guests. Da-song suffers another traumatic seizure upon seeing Gun Se. A struggle breaks out until Chung Suk fatally impales Gun Se with a barbecue skewer. While Ki-taek tends to Ki-young, Mr. Park orders Ki-taek to drive Da-song to the hospital. In the chaos, Ki-taek, upon seeing Mr. Park's disgusted reaction to Gun Se's odor, angrily kills him with a knife. Ki-taek flees, leaving the rest of the Kim family behind. Weeks later, Ki-woo is recovering from a brain operation. He and Chung Suk are convicted of fraud and put on probation. Ki-young has died from her injuries, and Ki-taek, wanted by the authorities, cannot be found. Gun Se is assumed to be an insane homeless man, and neither his nor Ki-taek's motive for the murders is known. Ki-woo spies on the Park's home, now occupied by a German family unaware of its history, and sees a message in Morse code from a flickering light. Ki-taek, who escaped into the bunker, has buried Moon Gwang in the garden and sends the message daily, hoping Ki-woo will see it. Still living in their basement flat with his mother, Ki-woo writes a letter to Ki-taek, vowing to earn enough money to purchase the house and reunite with his dad.